Boom. Mic check, minus 2.9 on your frequency with number one in Hannon. He's Nelson.
And that's Neil, and we are the Nobodies.
Podcast. We're in the podcast cave, and we're going to throw shit at you. Let's go. Let's get it started off.
So Mayor Rob Ford is a crackhead. He is a crackhead.
Way to start it off.
Toronto Mayor Rob Ford is a crackhead. Mm-hmm. And this news has been going around the world for months. And here's my question. How is that man still the mayor after he admits that? If I admitted to smoking crack and I had a job, I can guarantee you I would lose that job.
Well, take me back, because it's like it's coming to light again, is it not? Like, yeah. There were rumblings about this whole thing previous. Okay.
So there was never, I guess Gawker, the website, Gawker.com, discovered it. Mm-hmm. Somebody came to them, or somehow they got their hands on knowledge that this video existed. So between them and I think it was Toronto Sun or Toronto Star, one of those Toronto papers were investigating it. And so they discovered that there was a video. And Gawker did like a kind of like a startup, like a crowdsourcing campaign, that if they raised $200,000 or $250,000, they would buy the video.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Off the guy who had it, right? And he would they would make it go live, right?
Right.
So they ended up getting the money, but as soon as they
who were the donation? Like
people would just send in.
That's awesome.
So
they wanted to out him.
Yeah, they wanted to out him and watch the video, right? So all of a sudden the video disappeared. There was no sign of it anywhere.
Yeah, because it just kind of throttled down.
Yeah, so I guess it's been for months now. He kept saying no, he doesn't smoke crack, but I guess there's another investigation that they were doing, and the chief of police confirmed that there is a video. And so days later, Rob Ford admitted to smoking crack.
Oh, so he had his press conference.
Yeah. Wow. So I didn't get more details than that, but I'm thinking, fine, whatever. He has a crack addiction. Not my problem. I don't really care.
Right.
But don't arrest other people for having a crack addiction then.
So that's the precedent.
You know what I mean? Like, Rob Ford is the mayor and he's a crackhead. So if I'm smoking crack one day and a cop pulls me over or whatever, arrests me, I'd be like, whoa, what the frig?
Yeah.
Why isn't Rob Ford getting arrested then? Yeah, you have proof that the mayor smokes crack. Why? Because it happened in the past? He didn't catch him red-handed?
Right.
Like, what are the rules around that?
Well, there's definitely, like, what do you call that? Like a pass card, or what do we call that?
I guess if you're a politician, you're allowed to do that.
Well, politicians get caught with all kinds of shit, but you're absolutely right. If you in your everyday job got caught doing that, like, you're not getting a free pass. There's no way.
Exactly.
All right.
And then if I'm getting arrested for smoking crack, then damn Rob Ford better be getting arrested for smoking crack.
Okay, this begs the question, because I've heard this argument that what if it was a little, like, what if he was smoking weed, or what if, even coke or something, right? But everyone takes it right to the evilest of the evil, like right to the crack dens.
Yeah.
And is it because of, if you're a pothead, certain activities they associate with you with. If you're a coke addict, you're like douchebag of the week. But if you're cracked out, then you're just like the lowest of the wall.
Yeah, you're the lowest of the addiction sufferers, or whatever the hell they call addicts.
You're like the lowest of the highest of the hierarchy.
Yeah. I remember
you're still functional if you're smoking pot.
I remember Whitney Houston saying, "I do not smoke crack. Crack is cheap." She's like, if I'm gonna do drugs, I got to pick something that's expensive because I can afford it.
Tremendous.
That was her.
Well, yeah. Let's face it. I mean, different. That's the statuses.
Yeah.
There's statuses with whatever your drug of choice, right? So this is what I understand, and I'm listening to Freeway Ricky Ross, the original, the true Freeway Ricky, who's a notorious drug dealer in South Central LA, and was supposedly in cahoots with the CIA in distribution of cocaine.
Wow.
On the Joe Rogan Experience talks about the difference between coke and crack, and he says they're essentially, it's the way in which you ingest it, right? Which you take it. It's not necessarily the cost.
Okay.
Because however much crack you're doing, however much coke you're doing, it's the same thing.
Right. Okay.
So, that was interesting to find out. And everyone has this connotation with crack being like, it's more affordable because I guess, on television you just see bums doing it.
Right.
But then you see, a cokehead.
And he's like a rock star.
A dude.
Yeah. Or something.
Exactly. Like a high-powered Hollywood agent or, real estate agent. Rock star. Yeah, lawyers, doctors. Right.
So I'm actually of the opinion that, like, who cares? Like, not who cares. Mm-hmm. If you're addicted to something, I don't think you should go to jail for that. Mm-hmm. I think you should get treatment for that. The jail is not going to change.
So are they willing to help his ass?
Well, so that's the part I'm not sure of following. Right. But I know in the past people have gone to jail for doing drugs.
They've gone to jail for less.
Yeah, so why is that not even being talked about? Like, I don't even think anybody's talking about jail. And then, how is it that he's not forced out of the office? I heard he's doing, like, he's, as a mayor, he's doing a good job. Mm-hmm. Which then begs the question, should it affect your work? Like, Tiger Woods, for instance, got caught cheating. Right. Everybody started freaking out. Who cares? He's an awesome golf player. Mm-hmm. What does it matter that he's... the cheating doesn't affect...
He's a sex addict.
The fact that he's an awesome golfer. Just like any politician. If you're a good politician... Like, I'm losing my train of thought here. That the president...
Clinton.
Yeah. Bill Clinton... they were going to kick him out of office because he got sucked off by that freaking intern. But he's a good president. Yeah, Monica Lewinsky. Right. So why would you take him out of office if they're good at what they do? So if Rob Ford is a good mayor and he's a crackhead, so help him get through his addiction, but leave him in office if he's doing a good job.
Sure.
And then there's the whole thing with our tax dollars are paying for this crackhead salary, right?
Well, you're right. Exactly. Like, because as this guy continues on, no matter what qualifications or accolade you have or what accomplishments you have while you're working, that's how they're going to view it. We're paying you to go fuck around on the offs, and how often are you doing that on work time? Right. And you can screw up even like the smallest of the decisions that have like huge impact.
Yeah. So that's
and face it, image and statuses have everything to do with politics.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
for sure.
It's proven too that president-elect, mayoral-elect, right? Candidates are more trustworthy when they come to the table with relationships. They're married, they have families. They're more relatable to the population, right?
I agree with that, but I don't buy into that stuff. Like, I don't care what Bill Clinton's doing behind his job as long as he's not doing anything illegal. Right?
But I think when you're talking about Bill Clinton and Tiger Woods, they're both married men, right? And that just just like devastates the whole institution of marriage.
Well, but
and you can't do that like
I guess I don't buy into
period. But then you do it not only that like blatantly and in public, and it's not like a single occurrence. And they don't even really look remorseful until they get caught. You know what I mean? Like
I guess because I realize these people are human at the end of the day.
Sure.
And you have to admit, the pussy's a goddamn strong thing.
So stronger than crack.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
but should that make
empires should have fallen for pussy.
That's right. But should that make it more acceptable? Well, that's the question.
You're a human at the end of the day, and the fact that you believe that these people are like these superheroes when it comes to their
what they do.
Yeah, like they're
they play.
Yeah, like it doesn't like they're not immune to temptation. That's the word I'm trying to.
Sure,
they're not superheroes when it comes to temptation.
When you take that step and become a nominee and move all the way forward, I think you've got to understand that you're in the public spotlight. You're accepting a different level of responsibility, and you know what, you have to take the good with the bad, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, you put yourself out there by going into that position, but
Sure.
At the end of the day, it also puts you in a
There's a lot more
position of
scrutiny,
power
obviously.
and gives you the opportunity
Right.
to have that. Like, you know, women are going to fall all over you because you're like a celebrity or
Well, that's an element.
sports star
That's
and all
right.
that stuff, right?
It automatically attracts that crowd.
Yeah. So I think you're a little naive if you think that these people don't suffer from the same temptations as we do and
Or
make
don't
the
have
same
vices.
mistakes. Yeah, don't have vices. We're going to make the same mistakes. They're going to make the same mistakes as an average person is, because at the end of the day, that's what they are.
Yeah.
You know, I remember Tiger Woods when they were saying that when he got caught cheating, they said they started saying that he was taking steroids too, right? They're like, if he cheats off the course, why can't he cheat on the course? Because it goes to
so
character.
they tied the two together.
To his character, right? And then they were like, look at his muscle definition now from only like a few months from before. He's able to hit like the ball super far now, and he's got like bigger arms and blah, blah, blah. So then they're like, oh, he's on roids. Because he was cheating at home on his wife. All of a sudden, he's on roids and cheating in the sport.
Right.
And I took that as like, that's just a journalist or whatever trying to get a story angle.
Sure.
Because they got nothing
You
better.
probably had that angle before all this even happened.
Yeah, and they're like,
a
oh, perfect
a way
timing.
to tie it all together.
Yeah, but it's like, you know what? Just because you do cheat at home, it doesn't mean you're going to cheat on your job. I don't think they're related. People will disagree, of course, but I don't think they're related.
I think I might be one of those people.
You agree? It's all take character, right?
Well, you know,
it's all or nothing.
It's just it's habitual, right? Like, you know, and it's
That's true.
We talked about addictions, and it's not even the underlying. You know what it is? It's not the actual vice or the act or whatever it is that he's using. I guess it's the reasons why he's using. Okay, like it's what's going on in the wiring of his brain and his mind that has it such that he's gonna go and grab the crack pipe or ingest it however he does it. Right?
So imagine how good of a mayor he would be how much better of a mayor he would be if he wasn't crackhead. If he's doing a good job now.
How will we ever know, right? How would we ever know? Or
be the greatest mayor ever.
It's crazy. Some guys
that's how they
are better when they're addicted to something, right?
That's right.
Like, arguably, the people come out and say, like, I can't function unless I have my drug addiction or my drinking problem or my addiction to gambling or this, or because sometimes it's those same gutsy reactions and instincts that they have because they're addicted to whatever it is that make them so good at what they do.
Tiger Woods was a much better golfer when he was
I agree.
Fucking every night with multiple chicks.
Exactly.
And I think he should go back to those ways if he wants to win.
But life is different for him now, right? Like, I mean, between shared custody with the kids, and, payments and it's not all about golf anymore. It's now he has to actually commit even arguably more than when he was married to make things work because the separation situation,
right.
and that's
spending time with the kids. And
I've heard this commentary before. It's not, when divorces and separations happen and people are arguing about money, cars, homes, etc. It's not actually, that's not the hardest part of it. It's the change of lifestyle.
Right.
It's who's picking up the kids, who's dropping them off, who gets them at this time, who does this, right? Because that's
If I was Tiger, I'd just get my assistant to pick up the kids.
Right? Yeah, he probably does.
Was banging to pick up the chicks or the kids.
There you go. And frankly, I don't think he's off that train either. And that's another story for another time. Yeah, that's hilarious. So, to answer your question, should he get a pass? Is that what you're going to ask?
What, the mayor?
Yeah.
Well, my question is, it's kind of like two things. Why is he getting a pass? Is the first question. Mm-hmm. But I'm also of the opinion that...
But is he? Like, are they going to start proceedings to get him out of...
Well, I would think that he would not be able to be in office right now. Like, you admitted to smoking crack. We have the video. You have to step down. Mm-hmm. He says he's not resigning. how is it his decision? Is maybe my
That's
question.
true. What is the structure of municipal politics?
Yeah,
where he can say, "No, fuck it, I'm sticking around." You know what? Then that's got to be like one of the most powerful positions in all of the province.
No shit. Like
they can't even tell you to leave.
If I'm working full time and my boss says you have to leave, nope, I'm coming back to work tomorrow, and you're gonna pay me.
Well, you know what? There's probably things in place that he would get paid anyway, even though he was suspended.
I guess.
Like, that's how retarded this stuff is.
I mean, he's fantastic for stories. I mean, the journalists must be fucking loving life right now. They don't even have to think of anything.
Yeah, and I understand he's been on CNN, and, you know, like, this is
it's worldwide, which is funny, because Canadians are now making worldwide headlines. We're supposed to be, like,
the wrong
nice
reasons.
people and stuff. Yeah. And then here's the mayor fucking...
That's just
getting caught smoking crack.
I can see how people are really angered over this. You know, I see a lot of social media commentary on it, and you know what? Like,
there's been a lot of scandals with mayors lately. Have you heard? The mayor in Montreal is like into like mobster type activity.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
And then who was the other mayor? There's some other mayor in some small town. I'm like, really? Like, who cares?
Well, let's face it, it happens in every form of government.
Yeah.
Right? All the way to, you know, like, let's take the biggest and most powerful example, United States Congress, right? And I was talking to a buddy about this the other day, right? Like, the ones who really rule Congress are basically the lobbyists.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are spearheading, like, what laws get created and so on, right?
Yeah.
And then where do these government figures end up after their terms? They become consultants for like the biggest banks and companies in the world.
I know,
right? So you know, it's
crazy.
happening on every single level, and one can argue that you get into those positions just to achieve that.
Well,
right?
it's true, because
and that's why you got to prove you're like a player.
They don't make the big money, right?
Well, yeah,
like
they're not putting
mayor,
like the average Joe in there. You're not going in there with small pockets.
But your salary is not like humongous, so
but you're not working for that.
There's
right?
got to be other benefits, yeah.
Absolutely, it's that
Your
network
book deal or whatever.
getting into exactly, right?
Yeah.
And they realize that. Come on, and anybody that makes it, level on level and higher and higher, like they're handpicked.
Well, how about this Snowden case? Have you been following that at all?
No.
I was reading up a little bit of it last week, and so this is the guy who was on WikiLeaks.
Okay.
So he was leaking military intelligence information.
Julian Assange or
no, Edward? I think his first name is Edward. His last name's Snowden.
Okay.
And basically, he's being charged with espionage against the States.
Yeah.
Because he advised the Russian Chancellor, Angela Merkel, that...
that the NSA was tapping her
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, he's American?
Yeah, he's American. He was in the military. He was an analyst or something. Yeah. And he saw all the shit that was going on.
Right. Oh my God, how could he do that? Did someone who pissed in his cornflakes?
Well, he didn't agree with what they were doing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So he's like, "What the fuck? This is against policy or whatever."
And who were they tapping? Who were they wiretapping?
Angela Merkel.
Who is?
She's chancellor for Russia.
Okay.
So I guess she's involved in foreign affairs and all this other shit, right? So they were tapping her phone.
What I heard about it was that I believe the NSA had released a initial statement saying that it wasn't for such a long period of time.
Okay.
And then, from what I understand, it turned out to be longer than that now. Well, the best part is, if you're going to surveillance someone, are you really going to do it just for a couple days? Right?
Yeah.
You got to do it over.
Yeah, you got to do it right.
Yeah, weeks and months, and that little maybe she's releasing bits of information every other week or on a time pattern.
Yeah,
right? She's not going to spill
it all.
Yeah, all in 140 character text.
Twitter phone calls.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, the U.S. is trying to get him back, right, to freaking prosecute him. Mm-hmm. And there's pictures of him online just fucking living it up in Russia.
No kidding.
Yeah,
He's a hero there.
He's a hero for Russians, yeah, for sure.
That's hilarious.
If you put in Snowden, it's hilarious, the pictures that come up, man. He's sitting there having like this huge dinner with like some military guys and shit. The head of like
that's hilarious.
Foreign Affairs or whatever
Edward
else.
Snowden rubbing hands with glee after Edward Snowden. What is this? Oh my god! So he's hanging out with like all the nobility, all the mobsters in Russia.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's hilarious.
Here's the picture of
so
him
what's the
having
next
dinner.
step though? Like what else? What did the NSA do?
Well, there was something about like they're basically not going to abide by US's request to bring him back. Basically,
okay.
They're basically saying "fuck you" to the states.
No kidding. Could this be staged to create another Cold War Part 2?
Well, I think what's going to end up happening is some freaking special forces CIA guys are going to be freaking chasing him down to kill him. That's basically what I think is going to happen.
Sure. Which could turn out to be like a great suspense movie or something like that. Well, like, frankly, like, come on. How much can one person leak? That probably the United States already knew about, and they're just looking for confirmation. Like, they're going to get multiple sources.
You think they... So then, people were talking about him being a hero and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm. He's going to get the general praise from the public, right? For sure.
Yeah, because it's going to be that people will think he's a hero, and then there's people who are going to think there he is too. He looks like a freaking massive geek.
He's a young guy too, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks like a massive geek, but he's awesome. Like, fucking, he's got balls of steel.
I don't think that can end well for the guy, but...
The picture of him having dinner is the best, but I can't freaking find it. It's so funny.
I think it's funny when a guy gets so big, like, trying to pursue justice, that you couldn't kill him because the whole world would know about it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing, right?
I think that's... Yeah. But what if you fail trying to get that kind of superstardom? Like, you're dead anyway.
Can you imagine? Right? You're like, you don't even make it? You're like failed suicide. Like we were talking about earlier.
Trying to be a hero, trying to be a martyr.
Fuck, I can't find it.
But anyways, that's okay. That's okay.
I probably saved it on my iPhone. Freaking funny shit, man.
Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. What's going on in this world between crack smoking mayors and squealing WikiLeaks? And that whole WikiLeaks thing, like the whole Julian Assange thing, really disappeared.
What is that? I'm not familiar.
Well,
with
he's the originator of WikiLeaks.
Oh,
he's
is
the
he?
one that originally got.
He disappeared?
Well, he got their technicality to get to him was they charged him with rape.
Rape?
But what he had. I don't know if he partnered up. He shacked up with these two women, like in Sweden
Nice.
or one of the Northern European countries, and it's like it's either the condom broke or he slept with her when she was he shacked up with her when she was sleeping, or it was totally ambiguous. It wasn't rape, but in that country, that's good enough to.
Really? So how does WikiLeaks make any money? Did they have like investors or something? Like, what did they benefit from that?
I don't know. I want to know how they got all the material that they did to, release it. And where do you get the balls to release that?
I know, because unless you got like a moving server or some shit, like an ever-changing IP address that I think only exists in the movies, you're gonna get caught.
Yeah, I just honestly I don't know a great deal about it except for that. But Assange is the original.
Is he?
Yeah, and but hey, you know what? There's videos of him on YouTube, and I'm sure they're depicting him like a crazy dude, like raving at clubs, probably
nice.
all ecstasied out and dancing like a weirdo, and
that's hilarious.
So they're trying to screw with his. Legitimacy, right? His
fuck up his credibility.
So make sure you don't get caught in like these compromising pictures of you're picking your nose or something.
Oh my god!
I don't know, taking a piss beside your car on the highway. I'll just anything
while you drive.
That's exactly.
Like get on Mayor Rob Ford does.
You know what I mean? Like, don't get caught with anything incriminating or weird. Okay, and I think weird is harsher than incriminating because people will really. That's it. It's
This guy pissed outside of his car on the side of the highway. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's a fucking degenerate, right? That's worse than smoking crack. Oh my god. So, hey, shit. What are you gonna do? The world's fucked up, man. Like it's, but there's always gonna be movements to expose, what's going behind the curtain.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's move on from the schmuck. He wasn't successful, so let's not give it the time.
Well, so far he's just living it up in Russia.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about BlackBerry? They just released their shares. Heinz Ketchup, the CEO of freaking BlackBerry, resigned or stepping down.
Oh, okay.
So
he is.
Apparently,
was this a long time coming now? Because it just seemed like when they brought him on, because he was CEO prior. With who? Like prior to
somebody else, technical, wasn't it?
Like Procter and Gamble? Or
yes, I think you're right, Procter and Gamble.
Okay. So I felt like when they brought him on, it was like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, and the funny thing is, they don't necessarily bring people, obviously, from related industries.
No, because they're trying to get a fresh look on
perspective, right? Yeah. But doesn't the framework have to be there, especially in tech, which is so cutting edge? Like, wouldn't you even want to get like the janitor from Apple? Like, come on, like, spill a couple secrets.
He's doing fucking math equations on the.
Yeah, exactly. It could be Goodwill Hunting. Yeah. Like, honest to God, like, not to knock Procter and Gamble. It's like obviously worldwide and numerous industries. But it was just like when they brought him on, I'm like, wow, this is the downfall.
You know what's making me laugh? These like we're not even sure about any of these details. Like Snowden started WikiLeaks, he didn't fucking start WikiLeaks.
No, he didn't.
Like, this Heinz guy probably wasn't even from fucking Procter and Gamble.
Well, that's not the point. We know he's not from a tech company,
right?
And he did have success elsewhere.
Yeah, but not from the history.
And that's another question. Just because you had success in one field, are you going to bring it necessarily to another? Right?
No, especially if it's unrelated, like you're saying.
And the other thing is, he might have been ground up with one company, but coming into BlackBerry, like
to save a dying company is completely different.
Exactly, right? I mean,
the funny thing for me is the stuff that I like kind of predicted. Like nobody cared about the BB10 release.
Well, and it took so long to release.
And like, what was it? It was nothing. They don't have the app market like everybody else, and that's the big thing. So they released these shares that just dropped for they're like $6 now or something.
Wow. What was their all-time high? Like 32 to 40?
Yeah, I would predict something like that. Mm-hmm. So here I am talking to my girlfriend, and I said they should just sell the BBM platform. Right. That's what everybody freaking when you're arguing with somebody about BlackBerry, that's their argument all the time.
I hear two arguments. Number one, and this is just like end users, like people, well, for the most part, that are just cellular users.
Yeah,
I've got too many contacts on BBM. I'm like, Jesus, just text me. I don't give a shit.
Whatever. I don't need to see that you fucking saw my text message. I haven't replied yet.
Exactly.
I don't care.
And I don't get the difference because I guess maybe it's just what I see, but between iMessage, texting, BBM, or whatever you want to use, they all pretty much look the same and can do very similar things.
Yeah. But you can create groups on BBM. Like,
okay, sure.
Who cares?
All right. Great. And then the second is security.
Okay. So
encryption.
When was the last time? This is the part I don't get. Okay, when I'm looking at email, I'm looking at Gmail. So if you're breaking in to my account, you're probably breaking into Gmail, not the iPhone account, whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
So I don't get that, and I'm not texting naked pictures of myself so that my text message has to be secured either.
Yeah, like.
So I don't understand that. Unless I'm working for a financial institution or I'm fucking Snowden, I don't need security on my phone.
Well, evidently you do because the NSA is all over.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you want to see dick pics, if you want to see like like irrelevant, non-world takeover type, non-conspiracy theory type activities, then be my guest, because I want to venture to guess how many texts are delivered each day. It's got to be like in the trillions.
Oh yeah, and if you're breaking
trillions, right?
Like, what are the chances someone's gonna break into my account?
Yeah, and even if you filtered it by certain keywords, like what, bombing, or like, how many times are you gonna see that? Like, I just bombing my toilet a minute ago. Like, you're gonna get into some grimy conversation.
I'm more worried about security on my goddamn online bank. You know what I mean? When I'm freaking looking into my bank accounts and shit. That's what I'm worried about, security.
Yeah.
But my text messages and photos, oh my god. So a photo of the
you want to see a picture of my cat?
Yeah. So the guy freaking stole a picture of my cat and plastered it everywhere on Facebook.
I don't know, but we get attachments, and I'll tell you, my longtime attachment with RIM, BBM, BlackBerry, I had probably 4 or 5 Blackberries. Okay, right. The Canadian content, the local, right, and that was it.
Yeah,
right? Supporting local business, I'm all for it.
And that's
obviously,
and that's probably the only reason I would venture into getting a BlackBerry. But
it just seems like the reasons now. You're right. They're just like, they're not significant.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but why did you have to replace all your Blackberries? Because the goddamn trackball stopped freaking working. Right?
Yeah, or like even the trackpad or buttons got stuck. It would just like restart on its own, or
start texting like your naked photos to random strangers and stuff.
Yeah, sure. I'd be in the bathroom and I had a shower, and it would automatically take those pictures. Yeah,
take the photo. Then I would text it to a random person.
It's collecting numbers.
And then I would text message saying, meet me at 8.
Yeah, all through BBM. That's the shit you're paying for. Listen, can you believe the paranoia of people when you have a camera on your laptop or on your phone? They actually think that shit is gonna go start recording.
Oh, it's amazing. You know what I did? Actually, that happened to someone. Apparently, the guy hacked into her freaking webcam or something.
Okay.
Was watching her through her.
Like, what are you gonna see? And how much of a sick fuck are you getting off like watching someone do the
Some woman should undress with her
how many times
flipped down next time.
Exactly. How many sluts are you gonna hack into their laptop and they're gonna give you a finger puppet show with their twats? Like, good luck. You have a better chance of winning the lottery.
Oh God. No shit. Like, what the hell? The guy must have known this girl personally. I forget.
Exactly. Right? When all this porn is free, that's what you're doing, hacking in the laptop?
Yeah, why don't you just watch a fucking...
They're pros. Video. Yeah. Why are you watching like amateur?
They're there for you.
They're into amateur.
Yeah.
Amateur.
Oh man.
What do you call that? When when they're sneaking in on you, like hidden cams. Or
voyeur. Voyeur. Yeah. Forced voyeur.
The real surprise. Well, you're just a sick animal. So forget you.
Oh man. That's funny shit.
That's funny. Random pics.
So apparently, BBM is going to be is available now on iPhone and Android, and it's got like 3 million downloads or some shit already.
And all those people that are so concerned about security, they're throwing their PIN number all over Facebook and Twitter. I'm like, add me. And you don't even know who's going to add you.
Right? So the best part is they're like, it's free right now, but we have to figure out a way to monetize it. So maybe we'll put ads on it.
There you go.
So it's like, that's the oldest tech business model there is.
Sure, and why would you even publicize that?
It took BBM fucking... It took BlackBerry all these years to get to an app status. Mm-hmm. That's fucked. That's sad, actually. That they're so non-creative now. That they're just doing...
obviously it's not that. That's just way too simple to say that. That's not why they did it. I think they just refused to I don't know, share platforms, get involved in the app game. Like it's obviously more political than that, right? Like
sure.
it's not wanting them. I bet if you ask all their employees, probably 98% of them said, "Yeah, fuck yeah, we can do an app. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Let's do it."
Or like they put their money on the wrong bet, like Pepsi versus Coke type thing.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Pepsi went after the cinemas and Coke didn't, and Coke won out type of thing.
Right. Or like there's gonna be few people at the top, in the in the boardrooms that are like, no, just
somebody made
let's not do it. Yeah, like out of spite or out of some stupid principle, and like let's not get into that game. That's who we are. That's our identity. Yeah. Meanwhile, it's killing them. Right.
So they're worried that I guess whoever buys them is going to split up the company because the sum of its parts is greater than the whole.
Yep.
Old school.
Yep, that's the rumblings, right?
Wall Street fucking type game.
Well, you know what? If that's the only thing that's going to keep BlackBerry or give it or maintain its identity, then I guess that it has to be, because it's just suffering way too much.
It's crazy.
Wouldn't you just rather see them be successful in parts,
for sure,
than see them struggle as a whole,
for sure,
with whatever they're trying to do,
for sure? And if it became the most profitable app ever made, BBM, I would be happy for it. Mm-hmm. It's just like I don't understand why it took them so long, because that's really all they had, and then that's going to surpass BlackBerry.
Right. Like, and isn't it crazy that BlackBerry can even have success just copying what what Android does, what what Apple does, right?
It's like
they just have to copy. They don't even have to take it to another level.
It's just
right?
like a video game company that sucks at making consoles and just focusing on video games.
Sure.
Or
they're the third market. They're the third console in the market, and someone's gonna buy it, right?
Yeah.
Just make it a fraction of, of
exactly.
PS4 and the new Xbox.
It's true though. Or like, fuck, I forgot the other example, but it's just like Calvin Klein, for instance. He makes more money licensing than manufacturing. Mm-hmm. So he got rid of the manufacturing game and licenses stuff out.
Right.
So he designs it, and then somebody else makes it, and he just gets royalties basically for plastering his designs and labels everywhere. Right.
Right.
Same with Donald Trump. He doesn't make all those buildings he's got his name on. People are paying to have the name on the building, right, for the brand recognition.
Right. Exactly.
So BlackBerry should have realized that a long time ago. That's okay. So this is what I was getting at. So IBM went the business way, right?
Right.
And then Microsoft went the personal computer way.
Yes.
So IBM thought, we're going to go after all the businesses, corporations, blah, blah, blah. We're going to have computers in every company. And Microsoft was like, but everybody at home should have a computer too, and we're going to go after them. Mm-hmm. BlackBerry, with their security, their whole big security thing, about being paranoid about, texting pictures by accident, went the corporate way.
Let's stick with government contracts, corporations,
exactly, and then
military.
Exactly, and then iPhone and Android comes in and goes, we're going after the people and what the people want.
Right.
So obviously the people is a bigger market than the corporations, and that's why they went out.
Yeah, and also like a lot of those things can cross over to do both business and out of work type activities.
Exactly.
Right?
I don't.
People want the versatility. They don't want to be, handcuffed to just like different functionalities.
Exactly.
So that's why when someone, if they start exploring different business ideas, niche markets are a nice thing, but you can't niche the hell out of your market.
No, I think they were
too narrow. Too specialty.
Too narrow-minded on security and that BBM, and I mean, it's like you said. If I could only use it for one thing, why? Mm-hmm. Why would I? Why would I limit myself? And the navigation of BlackBerry was horrible. Mm-hmm. Like I remember when I had my iPhone. To this day, I haven't opened up my owner's manual of my iPhone because it's that easy.
You can turn it on and then boom,
it's that easy to work.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
The one company I worked for, they made me get a BlackBerry. I swear to God, the day I had it, I had to look at the owner's manual because some shit was beeping at me, and I didn't know why. And it wasn't on my home screen saying that you had like a message or anything.
So you couldn't even figure it out.
So I had to go into like the second screen to figure out that this stupid notification. I don't even remember what it was to this day. I had to open up the owner's manual to figure out why my fucking light was flashing yellow. Because text messages were read.
Right.
So I'm like, this is, and it's not saying I have an email, and it's not saying I have a text message.
Yeah, isn't that
so why is this shit blinking yellow?
You see that like blue light, and you're like, oh Christ, what is this? Or the it's like the green light from The Great Gatsby.
Looking at you from across,
like, what the fuck is that?
So I'm
constant reminder.
I'm like, why the fuck is this thing flashing yellow at me? So I had to open up the owner's manual, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Right.
Like, BlackBerry never figured out their navigation or their user friendliness.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the hand gestures on an iPhone, iPad, alone is this next level. So how do you compete with that when you're scrolling still through buttons? Like, who doesn't like shortcuts?
Well, and then they were against the whole touchscreen, right? Everybody that's the third argument I always hear. Oh, I don't like a touchscreen.
Right. I'll tell you, before they made not texting while driving a law, I did prefer the BlackBerry because I could touch the raised keys while driving because I memorized with my hand how to text. But no, I wouldn't.
But now you have
hands-free. I have hands-free and I use Siri.
You can talk. Yeah, you could talk. It turns into text, right?
Absolutely. And Siri's gotten so much better in Canada, in particular.
Yeah.
Where before they didn't have the location services.
They have them now.
That's
good. I haven't used them in a while.
Yeah. But you know what? It's all about teams. People want to be on teams. They want to be on Team BlackBerry. They want to be on Team,
Twilight.
Android, Team iPhone.
It's true, though. Like,
you know what? Just get the one that suits you, your needs, your personalities, and respect that. That's it, right? And here we are bashing it. You know why? Because we wanted BlackBerry to succeed, right?
Well,
because
like you said,
Canadian product, for sure. And I gave it that, and it frustrated me. But you know what? Nothing personal. Like, you just, there's other things that are for me now that, that's why I use, the iPhone, the iPad, the MacBook, whatever. And then for the sake of, like, continuity, too, like, you're going to get the same things, right? Someone that gets Z10 is going to have the playbook, or I don't even know if it's called that anymore. Like, whatever product line that they have, you're gonna go.
Was it you that was telling me, or another buddy that said that when the playbook came out, they sold 4 that day, like the opening day?
4 total.
4 total at a Best Buy, and then like 2 days later, 3 of the 4 were returned.
Come on, no, it wasn't me that told you that. That's wow.
That's brutal. Another
That's
guy.
Terrifying. When you hear that, imagine your release, like it's a movie release date and it's supposed to be this hit. You put so much marketing.
Well, that's another mistake they went after. Their fucking tablet market too. Like they weren't even succeeding in their own market. Mm-hmm. So then they jump into another one just because another company is doing well in it. Mm-hmm. I had somebody tell me once that how BlackBerry for a while had the touch. And the touchscreen and the keys, like you'd slide it up.
Yeah, like.
So I had somebody tell me that depending on where they were, if they slid it up, the BlackBerry got confused and didn't know if you could touch screen or keypad. So it like basically froze the fucking phone.
It froze the whole thing.
You didn't know what to do.
So if you didn't do one or the other, it said the hell with you.
Well, when you flipped it up, it's like, fuck, am I a touch screen or am I a fucking keyboard? And nothing worked.
Oh man, that's wild.
But
wild.
It's sad that the Canadian company, it's almost like big Canadian businesses don't know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Like, entertainment industry in Canada is pathetic, unless you're a comedian. Then you're going to go far. Mm-hmm. Movies, music industry, it's all like...
Well, let's face it, though, in Canada, there's a glass ceiling, right?
Yeah, big time.
Like, you don't know where it is, but you hit it. Yeah. And once you hit a certain level, you got to hit that international stage, or you got to compete with the bigger players.
It's like we have a fear of aiming big or something. You can't see the big picture.
It's about like being conservative. But I think too, like, would you really want those things here the way that they are? Because we're, obviously known as a peaceful country, a giving country, and a conservative one, right? Like, would you want to start adding all these big business big corporation, big movie industry, big music industry, and then starting getting it to the scale of like, you know, what happens in the U.S.
It would be nice to be proud of some of that stuff. Like Canada 3000 went bankrupt.
You can
like,
still be proud of
we have like no big.
Be proud of the ones that leave here and go and excel in their craft wherever they go do it.
Always end up being the people that suck. And
I think
Justin Bieber.
Like, I know what you mean. You kind of want that next level of, you know, like success, I suppose, or that next level of like.
I mean, at the end of the day, it wouldn't affect me personally.
Right, but I think that's what makes Canada so great, because we have those bounds, and you know, if you choose to excel, then you can go and do it in that way, and you know, unfortunately, you can't stay here, but we're not so crazy, or maybe not as pretentious as we could be if you start adding those.
You can like when you're watching a television show, you can tell right away it's a Canadian produced show versus a US
of course
show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like
it seems like the visual is watered down, the acting is watered down, the budget's watered down, the locations, the settings, the dialogues, it's almost like not as complex or as like hot as if you watch
the camera guy is not putting the right filter on the fucking lens.
Like there's only like,
you know, the lighting guy, the good ones are all working down in the States because they pay more. Like what?
Like there's only one point of view on a conversation, but you know, American TV program, there's like 3 points of view. Like one shot of your face, one shot of my face, and one middle cut with both of us.
4 cameras.
Here it's just like one on me talking the whole time, and you're like, Christ, who's he talking to?
It's a one-man show.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And then here's another one. If you watch NFL football, you're gonna see like the camera on the string flying around the stadium, and you can see on a replay every single angle of that guy catching the ball, where he landed, if his knee went down, if he went out of bounds, if the ball bobbled and it hit the ground, or if a guy touched him, right? Sometimes the replay is the ref calling the call. The guy will get psyched out by a play action, and he won't even be on the play, right? Like, and you know, you got like 2 cameras tops, one in the end zone.
The camera guy was following the fucking, what is they called, the flea flicker?
Yeah, he's following the
wrong guy,
basically. Yeah, exactly. Shit! The ball's downfield, he's still on the quarterback. You know what I mean?
Shit, I thought they were running.
Right, so it makes you wonder, the quality of the review that they go through.
Camera 2! There's only one camera!
Yeah, go to the Skycam. What Skycam?
We don't have that shit here.
No, that's crazy.
Oh, man.
So, what's going on with you at work? You said you're having a freaking tough time. The monotony's getting to you.
Oh, fuck. Goddamn cubicle, man. I think of Bill Burr almost on a daily basis now.
Sure.
Because he'll start his podcast like, you still working at the job you don't like in that cubicle you hate? That's me, man. He's got a fucking funny joke where people working in cubicles, every time somebody walks by, you like look over and you hope that they're going to say something to you because you're so lonely in your cubicle.
You just can't wait to talk.
It's so true, though, man. If you watch people, every time you walk by someone's cubicle, they'll look over.
Oh, yeah.
Say hi. Say hi to me. Talk to me.
Would you rather be in a cubicle or have your own office closed out on your own? You know what I mean? Like, then people have to walk through and... Yeah, you like the privacy and all, but then you're secluded.
As soon as they walk
from
in,
everyone else.
Fuck.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I'd just rather be up and about rather than sitting at a desk, or just the freedom of like I'm done today.
Or take off. That's it.
Yeah, like I've done my part. I've worked faster than I was supposed to for today, and I'm gonna go home early because of it.
Right.
But
you kind of missing that.
Well, the being self-employed is always like we were talking earlier. You got to be fucking. The money's got to be coming in.
Yeah, it's always that debate of whether having the steady paycheck or the freedom to operate like how you want, right?
Yeah, there's pros and cons, right? You can afford to make less when you're self-employed because you're not taxed to the shits right away. So there's tax deduction benefits. Mm-hmm. That you can end up taking home more after you're done paying your taxes than.
But there are times when you feel like you make more when you're getting the steady pays because of the things that you do have to pay for on your own.
The dental benefits,
business,
the medical benefits, the the steady pay, ease, the pension or the RSPs or whatever stock options.
Right.
That stuff adds up, right?
And what did we say? Like, really is.
But you're giving up a lot of freedom for that pension and all that other stuff when you're younger, which is the years you're going to enjoy.
Yeah.
When I'm 65 or 70 and I have my freedom, that's going to be late freedom. Like, fuck, I'd rather go fucking work at Walmart and be a greeter.
That's what a lot of
else am I going to fucking do?
But you wait, by that time it's going to be competitive to do that too. You walk in there and be like, oh yeah, you're overqualified. They'll be like, you're overqualified. Get the fuck out of here. We got a million people that want to do that.
I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be self-employed, you got to make a little bit more money to pay.
Absolutely.
To cover the perks you lose out on, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. But it's, what do you value more, the time or the money? Right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Interestingly enough, I was recommended by a work colleague to watch the Justin Timberlake, Amanda Seyfried movie In Time. Have you ever seen it?
Yes.
It's replacing your biggest commodity with
time.
The time that you have.
Yeah, it's a fucked up movie.
Yeah, and the concept is, I think, once you turn 25 years of age or something, the clock starts.
Yeah, something like that.
Or counts down. Like, so you're born with basically a clock on your forearm.
Yep.
And, it doesn't give you any countdown. And by the time... It
starts to count, yeah.
And then by the time you reach a certain age, I think it's 25.
Okay.
Then it counts down to your death.
Right.
So you have an expiration.
Right.
But everybody's expiration, it's not exactly the same.
Because it's the currency, right?
That's
so
right.
the poorer places, they die off faster because they can't afford to buy time.
Yes.
Whereas the high-end people, there's actually like unlimited time for them or something.
Sure, yeah.
Or
that was interesting to see.
Yeah, so remember when he was passing through the tolls?
Yeah.
He had to fucking give up time just to cross
just to get into the different levels.
10 years or something he had to pay?
Right.
Just to hit that big section?
Just to get to the highest and the elite, because this is a society divided up by people and their times. Like it was kind of like their net worth in time.
It was.
Exactly. So you kind of, if you were like, you're going to die in like 5 years or less, you're like in the lowest zone.
Yeah.
If you're going to die in 15 years, you're in zone 2. And then there's these people with these you're like you said, unlimited amount of time.
And the one girl knew that he was from a lower time zone or whatever they would call it because he ran.
Her comment.
Because she never saw anybody run before.
Right. And he was rushing to do everything. He was.
Yeah. And it's like, what the hell? You got no time? What's the matter with you?
He was ordering the best foods right away.
Yeah.
And he was doing it like he had never seen it in his entire life. So, the concept was really, really neat. For sure.
For sure. It's a different angle on what you should be doing with your life, right?
Well, and that's what they say, right? Like, don't work, with the money in mind, because good quality work, right, will bring the money will come to you. Right?
Well, time is the only resource that you can't renew.
Right.
Once it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, we treat it less valuable than
anything else.
Exactly. So that it was really sobering to watch. It was a very neat concept.
Yeah.
And the trading of time.
Yeah.
Like people would fight over it, like kind of like an arm wrestling method.
Yeah.
Or they would trade, like if you wanted a commodity or to eat or to drink or have a coffee, like what was it, like 2 minutes?
The bus.
The bus.
It was time, and the bank would lend out time instead of money. Like there was.
That's right.
Time was the currency, right?
That's just insane.
That is insane. That's a really good concept.
But
scary as fuck though, that concept, eh?
It is scary, right? Like if you thought about it, like have you ever dreamt up that scenario or been asked that question? If you knew you had X amount of time left, what would you do with it?
I have, actually. I've thought about that a bunch of times.
I do a lot of planning and goal setting in reverse, like where I think of the end in mind and then work backwards, right? But I never really think of a defined time that if I'm going to be here and, I hope to live a long, healthy life, obviously.
I mean, this is kind of morbid, but I think sometimes, like, if I got into, like, a crazy car accident and survived it, would I get up and go to work the next day?
Right.
Because now I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Because every once in a while,
second
you meet
chance,
people like
and am I going to spend my time this way? So it's like brings that time commodity to the forefront instead of as a second thought.
That's right.
Like watching Breaking Bad is a big reminder of that. You know what I mean? Like he's got this fucking.
That's right. He's got terminal.
Yeah, cancer. He's got terminal lung cancer, and he's got this ticking clock. where he's gonna expire, and it's like, fuck, what are you gonna like? He's looking back on his life like, just let it like go to waste,
right?
You know.
And then at first, he's starting to live for the people who are going to be around after he's gone, right?
I'm still on season 3, so don't go.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's as much as I'm going to tell you.
Don't get too far on me, man.
Obviously, he lives. There's 6 seasons. So.
Oh, shit,
it'd be some fucking show if they kept it going when the star dies after halfway through.
He dies, and then fucking it's just like them living. Fuck, those moments with his family are so awkward, though. Holy shit.
Yeah, then that's what I couldn't take. They were too slow moving for me, and there wasn't enough happening.
I just wanted less of the family. Like when I'm watching.
Okay, yeah, that was my long way of saying
Yeah,
they could have done with less of the family.
Tell this bitch to fuck off. Go do your thing, man. Go cook your meth.
You know what? I love drug trade movies like Scarface. I love
Scarface is
Blow
intense.
with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that's a good movie too.
I like the documentary Cocaine Cowboys, Cocaine Cowboys 1, Cocaine Cowboys 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to check those out. So when I watch a show like this, I'm waiting for the glam, like the throwing it out there and having piles of money fill up a room, and you need another room. But it doesn't fucking happen right away, so I'm like, shit. And so I got stalled partway through that.
So you stopped watching it?
Yeah, but I'll get back on it again. I'm
How far did you get? Do you remember?
3.5 maybe. I'm almost on 4.
Oh, and you got bored at 3.5?
Yeah.
That's where the slowest one picked up. No, season 2 was slow for me.
I don't know.
The beginning of season 2, the first 3 episodes.
Well, I got to recap. Maybe I'm wrong,
slow.
but I know it ends with a bang. I know it ends with a bang. I've just haven't. We've been watching Homeland here. We've been watching Blacklist. And,
how's Blacklist? I started watching that, but I'm never on Homeland.
Not bad. It's another CIA.
That's Canadian, isn't it?
The one guy in it is Canadian.
Oh, okay.
He's also in Homeland, actually.
Oh, right.
But they kind of parallel, really, the CIA and my favorite, though, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I got to get into that next. That's what a lot of people are talking about.
For sure.
So it's a similar idea, eh?
Can you tell a lot about a person by the shows that they watch? And is there a tendency to watch the same types of shows, like people that watch Survivor, like Big Brother, like The Voice, like
I think you're right.
I like Dancing with the Stars, or like I just rhymed off like ones that seem all the same.
Yeah. No, I think you're right on that. It's
don't they have a tendency to pick like the same?
Because I can't stand most of those shows. Like, so it's almost like the same person as always wanting to watch those shows, and then I'm never wanting to watch those shows. You know what I mean? So I could see that.
It's funny, like they bring up like, oh, did you see that audition where this happened? Or I'm like, did you see what happened in this episode? And you're just like, you don't vibe, like I don't care to hear about that.
Yeah.
And they don't care to hear about
it's true.
What blew up this week, or what deal went bad, or who's divorcing who. Like,
yeah. But those shows are awesome though, man. They're so like intense. They keep you on your toes watching them.
Yeah, it's like this never-ending movie, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking back at the biggest and best like season endings of all time kind of deal, because this is around the time that Dexter wrapped up, and people were totally disappointed with it. And
apparently, people were disappointed with Sopranos too.
Sure,
it just faded to black or something.
I didn't, but people are always going to be disappointed.
So is Dexter done?
Dexter's done, yeah. Okay. But they kind of left it open that there might be a spin-off, right?
Oh, really?
So, but it's not surprising when you hear people say like they're not happy with the ending. No one's ever happy with ending, period, right? Yeah. And that, who knows if it's partly that, but you've seen the end of Seinfeld, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
What did you think?
I thought it was awesome because they brought back like everybody. Yeah, I mean it sucked that they were in jail,
full circle,
but it was like all these like it was almost like a highlight of all of the past seasons all in one. You know what I mean?
And they never run out of material of talking about like basically insignificant things.
Yeah.
And then how they ended was like, didn't we talk about this before?
I know.
Wait, with the button or
the bob, another
button on the shirt. Is that the one? I thought it was pretty clever, and I listened to Jerry Seinfeld on Howard Stern.
Okay.
Years after, and he talked about the conception of the show, and how he writes jokes, and You know, I think he's just brilliant, and he's got his own distinct style. Right?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
there's raunchy
For sure.
comics. You know, there's
Have you ever noticed
observational?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever noticed which?
Well, that's his thing. Did you ever notice what's the deal with
What's with this? And yeah. Bill Burr constantly
does that all the time. What's the deal with this?
I love it. I know. Well, you miss that kind of thing, right?
Oh, for sure.
Aren't there shows that are out there that you wish never died, like that never went away? Like,
yeah, Seinfeld's definitely one of those for sure.
I know growing up, probably you and I can agree on, after school is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Right?
Cheers was one for me. I know it's like
you really enjoyed
an older
Cheers?
show, but I was really disappointed when that one ended. Cheers was awesome.
I couldn't relate at the time to the adult humor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's maybe a little too young. Not that I didn't see, like, adult stuff already, but watching people drinking at the bar never appealed to me. What about Friends?
Can you pause it?
Yeah, sure.
Use your washroom, man.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so I just wanted to ask you about, disappointing endings to finales. And did you ever watch Friends, and did you see the ending of that one?
No, I used to religiously watch it in the beginning stages, but then it got boring for me. So I stopped watching Friends. Did you watch it?
A little bit here and there, mostly after the DVDs came out.
Oh, okay.
And my brother got big into it. So, but I had to recap. It's funny, I just go to YouTube and recap what the endings were just to see. But
so
speaking of...
it was disappointing?
They just had different things going on in their lives, and they just decided not to live together anymore.
Oh, and they went separate ways? That's
pretty much. Which is going to happen,
Nothing creative about that.
I think, they go for coffee one last time, and that's pretty much it. So, speaking of YouTube videos, I think you got some fucked up shit to show me. And I admit, I haven't, it's football related, but I haven't seen it.
So I haven't seen this either, but for weeks people have been talking about it. So it's a Jets fan punching a Patriots fan in the face. But the twist is, the Patriots fan is a woman. So I haven't seen this video, so we're going to take a shot at this.
The Jets fan is a guy?
The Jets fan is a guy.
So it's a guy wailing on a girl.
Yeah, so that's
holy shit.
Fucked up. So I'm surprised this kind of shit is
pull it up. Let's see.
Up on YouTube.
Well, look, there's so many hits. But I hate when you pull up a YouTube video and it's like a guy commenting about what you want to see.
Or if you ever get rickrolled. Oh shit. Is there sound to this thing?
Sounds on.
She's going back after. Oh, Jesus. She was giving it to him too, eh? Oh, here we go. We have sound, people. Oh, Jesus, that's fucked up. Hey, but she took it, eh? She's still standing. So what caused that? It just started fighting? He's drunk, maybe? So basically this video is a group of people just in like the fucking concession stands, I guess.
Wow.
And
now they do the proverbial slow-mo hit.
Oh god.
So this girl's
so she's talking shit at him. She's going up to his face, runs up to him,
kind of jumps into his face.
She's kind of swinging at him.
But now this guy with the huge noggin's in the way.
But he just full out swings at her, eh?
Wow.
Oh, and then another guy jumps in. Good for him.
Wow.
Holy shit.
So this is all the buzz?
Yeah, I guess I've been hearing about this thing for weeks now.
So I think that was like, I'm not sure that was even last week, was it?
No.
It was 2 weeks ago. Oh, October 21st.
It was uploaded October 21st. So she comes at him, and he freaking outright full-on hooks her. That's fucked, man.
On the description, it says a male Jets fan punches a girl in the face. A classy male Jets fan. See, it's always got to be like the association to your team. So, the Jets have a bad rap with fans. So you're a classy Jets fan. You know what I mean? Well, they do that to anyone, right?
That's funny shit, man.
Oh, man. But in what instance, really, is it acceptable to hit or punch a girl? Yeah. Unless she has a gun or a knife to you. But she's just beaking off. You're drunk. She's drunk. It's football.
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
His team's not going nowhere. Their team's, maybe. They've had success. But
he's a dumbass for sure.
That's just nuts. But you know what? You always see following up if a guy hits a girl is some dude come in and usually finish off the guy.
Yeah, usually.
Right? That's just nuts.
But that guy gave him a nice hit.
Yeah.
The guy who came in after the girl. But she stayed, eh? She stayed standing.
I guess it wasn't the craziest punch. Maybe it was just a little bit of a warning tap or something.
I don't know. It looked like he wound up, man. The slow motion version looked slow, obviously.
I've had buddies go to the Buffalo Bills games and get punched out while they're taking a piss.
Fuck, are you serious? I've been to
wearing non-Bills jerseys. Basically.
Man, that's stupid.
Yeah, no, I think you told us last week about your Bills experience.
Oh yeah, everybody's freaking hammered all the time over there, man. It's like it ruins the game for you.
Okay,
You can't even enjoy it. So,
keeping with the theme, here's another one.
Okay, so bus driver uppercuts female passenger.
Come on,
this is a huge one, and it's been like this one's got 5 million views, but it's 6 minutes long, man. I don't know if we
gotta find the right one.
Is that the one? The Young Turks? 5 million views is probably the right one.
So it's probably going to be some guy talking about it for 9 minutes.
I fucking hate that. Do you ever get rickrolled on a video?
It's a 9.5 minute video.
You go to watch something and it's fucking, you get rickrolled?
Which is?
Like, you think you're watching something, you hit play, and then it's Rick Ashley singing Never Gonna Give You Up.
Is it really? No, I've never
heard that.
No, I've never had that. That's hilarious.
Oh, shit. So which one should we go with here?
Give it a shot. Do the first one.
All right.
It looks like it. It's only 2 minutes.
Cleveland bus driver treats woman properly. Oh, fuck. That's a horrible... That's not the right one.
Properly? I thought it said, like, property. Oh, shit.
No, that's a horrible thing.
I'm gonna treat you like a man.
This is it.
Oh, here. Make it bigger. Oh, it's on Roadstar Hip Hop.
Yeah, that's the right one. So she's going nuts. She's yelling at him about some shit. I don't know what caused the altercation.
Whoa.
So he's saying he's gonna bring her granddaughter, kick her ass.
Look like somebody that sliced your face up.
I don't know what this guy's doing. Oh, she spit at him apparently, but that guy was blocking the camera.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Let's see that again! Oh! Oh my god, now slow-mo with close up. Oh, what happened to her? Let's see the rest.
You know what? She got up like a champ.
Oh!
She got back up. Look.
Oh, and then he threw her out! That's awesome! I don't condone this, but that's awesome.
That's great, sir. So this guy is supposed to be like the security, and he's not doing anything.
They have security on the bus?
I guess, from wherever the hell they're from.
Maybe he was just taking it.
You wanna be a man? I'm gonna treat you like a man. I don't care.
That's a crazy line, eh?
I'm gonna treat you like a man.
Wow.
That's the line.
Is that her on the ground?
Yeah, that's her. And then she gets up. She's still fighting.
Wow.
She got back on the bus after he threw her out. Oh, look at this.
Now he's pulling her hair. The wig came off. Oh. The wig came off, right? Wow. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So what happened? Did this guy get fined?
So I think this guy lost his job, unfortunately. That's the fucked up part. Probably close to retirement. Now he's gonna lose his pension and shit.
And the moral
of the story is, ladies, don't try to be a man. Okay, so
oh man, you know, actually, I they talked about this on another podcast, on the Rogan podcast.
Yeah,
and the comment was his instinct, his first punch was the other guy.
That sucked, eh? It was a good, like it was a good uppercut too.
It wasn't even like a jab cross, jab
he
uppercut,
went straight for
nothing like that.
uppercut.
He went right for the uppercut.
Holy shit, man!
Wow, you went medieval right away.
But the fucked up thing is, okay, the woman's going at him because she knows in her head that he
can't do anything. Sure.
But
so she was provoking it.
She provokes it, right? But
what was the whole argument about?
I don't know. The video didn't. It just starts,
she wasn't paying, or like it doesn't matter. Like, I guess you know what really sucks is you got to either put up with that or just like get them
or
off.
just defend yourself type of thing, right?
But wow, first punch uppercut. That's how you shock them.
Holy. He didn't even leave with a jab.
No kidding. And when she got back up.
Yeah, she did, man.
God.
Both of those girls in those
But I
videos
saw
took
him
like champ.
pick her up and then throw her back out the door.
Yeah, and then she got back on the bus.
Wow, that's insane.
So the problem is these women go at men like they're expecting you not to hit back, right?
Right.
And then that's the fucked up thing. Like, I wouldn't go at a guy because I know that there's a chance that it's going to be a brawl,
Sure.
right? We're going to go at it.
Right.
But with the girl, they kind of take it to that next level because they have that security that nothing's going to happen, right?
Sometimes.
And it doesn't, I'm not saying it's right what he did, obviously. That's
Right.
fucked up. I would never do that myself. Well,
It's
I
not
would
right.
hope to never
It's
be
not
in that
right what
position.
she did either, but
And that's
you
the
know,
other
like
thing,
it's
like-
just where does it end, right? Like, oh man,
Yeah.
that's just crazy.
So that's what I heard, that he lost his job. I hope he didn't, because it looks like he's close to retirement.
Well,
Guy.
not long ago too, they had videos of FedEx drivers and UPS drivers just throwing shit
Oh,
like
fuck.
your fragile
You can't do
stuff.
anything nowadays, man. There's
Oh,
shit everywhere. What are people thinking?
Well, why should they be throwing your shit anyway?
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying they're supposed to, man.
Have you ever ordered something online and it came to you damaged? Like, what do you do? How irate. You're already waiting, like, however many days or weeks to get it, and then it shows up, and,
Yeah.
you know, that's just
And then you
crazy.
gotta send it back and fight.
Yeah, and you gotta make a case that, shit, you
Like,
guys broke it.
I've signed up for something online the other day, and my username and password didn't fucking work. So now it's like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? I paid the money.
Oh, are you kidding?
I emailed the support, and I got nothing back. It's like, what am I gonna do? Call Visa and be like, these guys fucked me up?
That's the
Visa's
worst.
gonna be like, it's between
You
you and
probably
your
got
vendor.
like 900 passwords and 900 different memberships. Like, I hate that stuff. You know, they should just make it like the new iPhone where you put your fingerprint and that's it. It just says.
Is that what the new iPhone does?
The one, I think the
Fingerprint?
5C, and you can put it, and it kind of takes a scan or
The
picture
5C.
of your.
I think you're right. The C does stand for color, doesn't it?
I guess so. I think so.
Like, what the fuck is the difference?
Well,
5S is silver.
Yeah, I'm so uninformed, and I'll admit it. You know, Bill Burr says he calls himself self-proclaimed moron. Then I'm just not. I'm not in the know. But here I am throwing it at you guys like we know.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know.
Like
That's why
Snowden.
nobody
Snowden
don't
started
know.
WikiLeaks, so-
Yeah, exactly. We're so inaccurate. We're so historically inaccurate.
Yeah, it
Don't
doesn't-
count on us
it
for
doesn't
facts. Just count on us for opinions.
Okay, so here's some facts.
Okay, follow it up with here's some facts. Okay.
There's I found this on a website called complex.com.
Okay.
It's actually a decent site, so that's why I give it the credit.
Okay.
So it's 22 things men wear that beautiful women hate. So the women were like bloggers and shit who have like successful websites, I guess.
Okay.
Film producers. and
22.
stuff.
That's a big list.
So I don't know if it's 22 women or 22 things, because I wrote all this shit out and there's a lot more than 22. So I'm gonna touch on the big ones. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So guess
What is it
which
again? What is it again?
22 things men wear that beautiful women hate.
Okay, drum roll.
So let's start with the one that came up the most on the list. What do you think it was?
Ed Hardy.
And Hardy's the answer to everything.
Okay. That men wear that women, I don't know, jogging pants in public. What is it?
The two things came up the most. One I was surprised with. Leather came up quite a bit in the list.
Oh, no kidding.
But like full leather outfits, like I don't know who the fuck wears full.
yeah,
leather
that's too
outfits.
much. Too much
starters.
leather is too much leather.
But I don't know who's
Like,
walking
leather,
around with all the leather anyways. Who does that? I've never seen that. in
Brian
public.
Callen has a hilarious story where he goes to France and he lets this sales lady who's attractive talk him into buying like a chocolate brown jacket, leather
Oh,
jacket. And she's like, "You look fabulous in that." And she says, "You should get the matching pants." So
Oh,
he comes
God.
back to America with a matching chocolate jacket and pants.
Oh, God.
And his buddies ripped it off right the first day they saw it.
Okay, so the one that came up the most was camouflage.
Okay, yeah, I can
So
see that. Do
beautiful
you have
women
anything
don't-
camouflage?
No, and the funny thing is, I'm not trying to be like cool or anything, but I don't wear anything that came up on this list. Coincidentally, thank God. Yeah. So vests was another one that came up a lot.
Vest.
I'm surprised about that
what
one.
kind of
actually.
vest though?
Like
Like a suit
fucking Ryan
vest
Gosling.
or like? Yeah, okay,
So I was surprised that one came up a lot because that one to me was kind of like stylish. I don't know.
okay. Full leather.
Fucking Fedora. Fedora made the list.
Yeah.
Good old Justin Timberlake. The girls aren't liking it. Fucking white briefs made the list, and I thought of Walter White right away. Good old Walter White made the list with the white briefs.
These are kind of older things to do, right? Like,
yeah, they're like
not a lot of dudes like wear briefs. Period, though.
I don't know any like I haven't worn briefs for years. A couple of these things made our
Everyone's scared to get their balls like circulation cut off.
It's the sperm. They want to keep the sperm alive. Yeah. So the one thing that a couple of these things made the like our weekly douche fashion or whatever list.
Okay.
The scoop neck. Scoop neck tees like fucking the V-necks.
Guys have no business wearing that.
Oh, scoop necks.
Guys have no business wearing a scoop. That's for ladies.
Yeah, I don't know
hilarious.
how the hell you're gonna buy that shit.
Where do you buy that?
I don't even know how to buy it, and I would never wear that.
Okay.
Woman would be running from all the hair.
What else?
One person said copying celebrity outfits like the Kanye West look.
Yes, I'd have to agree. Okay.
One girl said boat shoes on land.
What kind of shoes are boat shoes?
I don't know. They look like those like loafer type fucking, the ones that people wear in the doctor commercials.
Boat shoes.
This one kills me. You know those like pants? The people who wear the pants like down to their like ankles.
Right.
Fucking tie their belt around their thighs to keep their pants up.
Yes.
Some guy told me that they actually came up with pants with the underwear, like the fake underwear.
Yeah, I've seen
that. That actually exists. Yeah. Oh my god, that should have made the list. What else here? They call them beanies, I guess. I guess in Canada they call them toques, right?
Toques are like a scully.
Yeah,
but I think the difference is it's fitted right to your head.
So wearing like that in the summer, girls don't like that.
Good point. You look like a condom head. Yeah.
I know, right?
Okay.
Another big one was going shirtless under a jacket. The good old Pharrell look. So the funny thing is, a lot of this shit like celebrities wear.
That's so funny.
And like, why are we following the celebrity looks then if these beautiful girls are hating them? The one that came up that I think I'm gonna finish with was outfit Instagrams. Like goddamn selfies of their outfits.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh man. Okay, well, you know what? You're learning what not to do.
What not to wear.
What not to wear. Yeah, there you go. We're a TLC show.
There you go.
Which I think is done now.
Is it? They don't do it anymore?
Yeah. Well, you can only have so much steam when you do shit like that, right? Now we're getting into what's the craziest reality show? Oh, American Hoggers. I saw that one was recently.
American Hoggers. Oh,
yeah. They killed Wild Hog.
Oh yeah.
I guess spinning off like the whole Duck Dynasty thing.
Oh
too.
yeah. Fuck.
Anything else?
TLC has horrible TV these days, man. Holy shit! They're just scraping that shit. You know what busts my balls lately is the JWoww and Snooki show. God, that's so boring. But I have to watch it for my girlfriend. Oh my god! Like we'll be watching Breaking Bad, and we have to stop to watch fucking JWoww and Snooki, so I die a little bit.
Can't DVR that?
Hour.
Oh man!
And then we go back to watching Breaking Bad.
It's amazing what people are interested in.
So I went ahead and started watching Breaking Bad on my own because I can't wait anymore.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I'm just like, I'll watch it with them as a repeat, but I'm just gonna finish it.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm doing a marathon this weekend or something.
The one thing I was watching recently is Extreme Cheapskates.
Oh God!
I said there's a couple that showers together.
Yeah, 2-minute limit.
Yeah,
for their shower.
Uses the same Q-tips together.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Uses the same dental floss. Oh my God! They track how many times they flush the toilet.
Oh my God!
And then whoever uses it more pays more.
What? They even split the cost?
Yeah, they split the bills. They're married and everything, right? Like, I guess you're paying for.
I'm finding those people that are on that show. They're disgusting people. Like sharing floss, I would never do that in my life.
It's not necessary. It's not like that.
And like she'll wash her hair and then he'll like use the soap.
You know what's funny? I bet you they chintz out on the really cheap stuff, but they splurge on the expensive.
Well, I know, because half of that shit when you add it up was you save
what are you saving
a week?
Yeah, what are you saving that for?
Fuck, you can get like hundreds of meters of floss for like $2.
So, for those of you thinking or contemplating, saving a buck, save a buck, but don't be cheap. There you go.
Fuck.
All right.
There you go. So that's the message.
That's the message
for the week.
If you're gonna learn anything from this whole podcast, don't be
You
cheap.
made it this long.
Yeah, don't stoop so low. Like there's a lot of affordable things out
shit,
there.
Man.
Yeah. Right on. It's not a luxury necessarily.
Yeah.
Like dental floss.
God damn.
Very good.
Well, the funny thing is they actually just buy the dental floss. Mm-hmm. If I was that cheap, I would probably just not buy the dental floss.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if my option is fucking share someone's dental floss used,
Right.
or fucking not.
Well, they were sharing their soap too, their shampoo.
Yeah, but the floss is the most disgusting.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's already like ripped in half, totally soaked
It's got
in saliva.
bullshit. Like, sometimes I'll be listening to the morning radio and it'll be like My Secret Obsession. There's that show too. Or My Crazy Obsession or something.
Oh yeah.
I swear to God, I gag.
Yeah, I
listening to that
saw
shit.
one girl would eat toilet paper.
Fuck.
Like,
I was one where the girl was eating her own hair and it was starting to fall up inside her and shit.
Oh.
And the doctor was like, "You're gonna fucking die."
oh my god!
Because you're causing so much damage
Are
to
you
your
serious?
stomach. And I swear to God, my brother was telling my
Strange
story.
Obsession. That's
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I had to leave the room. I was gonna puke. Like, I was walking
no
up the
kidding.
stairs,
Oh
gagging,
my god! Yeah, I think the worst too for the cheapskates is the ones that get 2-ply toilet paper.
No,
And then they run it out.
Oh my God.
Or they had, I remember this was years ago, they were either on like Geraldo or Sally Jesse. They were like, I used 2 squares of toilet paper, that's it. I'm like, oh,
What about
man.
the rest, man?
Just,
They need one wipe Charlies. Have you heard of that product?
what are they, like baby wipes?
They're like baby wipes for men.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, some
freaking
people like that.
I'm gonna order that shit, man. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, comfort is important.
Fucking
the rest
right.
of the day,
Especially that
isn't
spot.
it the worst thing? You got to go back to the bathroom.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not to do anything, but just to re-wipe. Like, get the fuck. What a waste.
It's like sandpaper for your ass. Fuck.
Oh man, back to the shit jokes.
Yeah.
It's too easy. It's too easy.
It's too easy.
Right on. Okay, this
All
has
right,
been
man.
great, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. We have fun with you as always, and throwing stuff out there and not knowing what the fuck we're talking about, but having opinions
Having
on
fun
it.
with it.
Yeah, exactly. So we hope you're enjoying what you're hearing and keep sticking with us. So he's Nelson,
And that's Neil.
and we're the Nobodies Podcast. All right, until next time.
Peace.
Ciao.
That's weird how I got off.